Season 1 certainly did not go the way we hoped. We ended up finishing 2-10. We knew it was going to be a long, tough season. Now we're finally on the season 2 after about a month's delay. I apologize for that, but life got a little out of hand. And now's our opportunity to rebuild this team. We got a young quarterback and true freshman Keenan Mills. At receiver, we brought in Quincy Porter out of the transfer portal. He's going to be a very important player for us. Lewis Carter's going to be the top player on our team at will linebacker. You can expect to see him out there a ton. At safety, we brought in Kylan Webb, and he's going to be our top defensive back. We need all these guys to step up if we want to have a better season, but it's going to be a tough road as we open up against the Miami Hurricanes here at home this season, and maybe it'll go a little better as we're on offense here, and Benjamin gets a carry to begin the day. That's a short one for just 3. We're going to come out in the pistol here, and it's going to be a quick little RPO. We're going to try to get one of our new freshman receivers involved, and that's a nice play by number 18, Trayvon Amizi. He may not have the highest ceiling of the 4-star receivers we brought in, but he is currently the best, and he's ready to go right now. As we get the ball in Quincy Porter's hand there for a short gain on second down, we're going to hand it off, and Aquan Benjamin's met and fights ahead to pick up 3. That's actually a pretty good carry. I got to give him credit. Third down, though, we go to the option, and that's stuffed. We had nowhere to go, and we're going to have to punt from right around midfield. I just felt like 4th and 8 was probably a little bit too hard to try to convert, and unfortunately, that's going to bounce into the end zone, and we're going to set Miami up with pretty good field position as quarterback Judd Anderson comes out for the Hurricanes. He's a pretty good passer. I didn't really know much about him coming in, and honestly, I still don't know a ton about him. We're just going to have to see how he plays, as that's a short little screen pass there for 3. Looking to pass here on second down. He's looking pretty accurate so far, as that's another completion. Our secondary is looking a little rough right now. We got to try to speed him up a little bit, as again, he's going to get another completion in front of our corner, but that one doesn't quite go for a first down. However, on this play, he's going to get a first down as they check it down underneath, pick up enough to get the first down. 2nd and 7 now. We're going to get pressure, and down he goes. That's a big sack. That's Jaron Gilmore. He's somebody I'm expecting big things out of our nickel corner. 3rd and 14 now. We got a chance to get the Canes off the field. It's a deep shot, one-on-one, and we can't get over there. That's going to be a touchdown for the Hurricanes. They're going to take the early 7-0 lead here in this ballgame. I'm hoping that this year we do just a little bit better. I'm not expecting to be able to win this game, but I just want to show that we can compete a little more. Last year, we did not stand a chance against these guys, and so far our offense still looks like it doesn't really belong on the field. We're able to move the ball a little bit, but we can't find any explosive plays as we go to Aquan Benjamin, and his speed shows up. He's able to get the edge and pick up 8, which is really nice on the ground. 3rd down and 2 here. We're going to use some motion. Go to Benjamin on the ground. He has a big old crease up the middle. That's going to be a first down here. Hopefully we can keep this drive going. It's looking pretty good so far as we're going to go down the field. We have a tight window, and that's going to be broken up. I think Keenan Mills just isn't quite there yet with his arm strength. 2nd down, back to the ground game, which has been so good. And look at the crease for Aquan Benjamin as he picks up 8 yards. 3rd and 2. We had to take Benjamin out of the game, and this is our backup running back that we recruited, and we are just going to go with Keenan Mills and get the first down. We were looking to pass there. We're going to go to the screen here, and we're going to find Quincy Porter, who throws a stiff arm and gets the first down. Great play by our huge receiver who came over from Ohio State. He's a former 4-star commit for the Buckeyes as we go to Aquan Benjamin, and he just shows that athleticism that's going to make him such an important piece for us here as it's 1st and goal. We go underneath. Nice completion. We'll take that to DJ Dash. Get it a little closer here as it's play action pressure, and we barely get that pass off here. It's going to be 3rd down and goal now. Sharks need a touchdown, and that's broken up. Are we going to settle for 3? It sure looks like it. The kick is up, and we are going to hit it and make this a 7-3 ball game. We will take that. We have a much better kicker this year, so hopefully this part of our offense is a little bit better here, or the operation, I should say, as the first quarter's coming to an end here. We actually did all right. We had more yards than the Hurricanes on offense. Granted, we had an extra possession. We did a good job possessing the ball and not letting them really control the game like they did last year. And then you look as we open up the second quarter. What is that, man? They completely juked us out, and they are gone. Long touchdown for the Hurricanes. They're going to extend their lead up to 14-3. You know, that's kind of what I was afraid of. They're just a better team. They have the better athletes, and it showed on that play. Now our offense is going to have to answer. We got to keep trying to control this game, but we can't do that if we can't get points. We need a touchdown. Nice play by DJ Dash to begin the drive. We're going to, again, use some motion, go underneath. DJ Dash, get the ball in his hands. He's creative. He's fast. He's a short, underneath type receiver that we just want to get the ball in his hands. 2nd and 7, taking the deep shot to Quincy Porter, and that's going to be intercepted. Keenan Mills, just inaccurate, and honestly, probably not a great decision here. You know, you got to take the good and the bad with a true freshman quarterback, but our defense is going to have to stand tall if we want to remain in this game as they go underneath, pick up a solid gain here. They're right around midfield. Judd Anderson has his man. Another completion. Honestly, our defense, they're starting to look like they're overmatched like we expected, as that's a beautiful pass to the sideline for another first down. 3rd down and 10. Chance to get off the field. We get pressure, and that's what we're going to do. That's true freshman edge rusher Amani Nagy getting in there and getting the sack, forcing the Hurricanes to settle for 3. They are going to drill the field goal, make it a 17-3 ball game. But again, if we can get points, we can feel okay about where we're at right now. But another stop, and we're going to be in real trouble as it's 3rd down and 4. They're going to go underneath. We have a man. That's Amizi for the first down, keeping this drive going. Mills, again, looking to pass. We're probably dropping back too much for the true freshman receiver, but we find our starting tight end for the first down. Big play there, but it's 3rd and 7 already. Things went a little sideways. We go to Amizi, makes a man miss, and he should convert on that play. They do go ahead and give us the first down here. Back to the ground game. Nope, it's play action. Mills is on the move. We find our tight end once again. Good gain. It's 3rd down and 3. We got to convert here, get some points. We're going to go deep, and that was probably the wrong decision by a true freshman quarterback. 4th and 3, we got to convert here, though. And we do. How did we fit that in there? Ward made the reception, got the first down. That was nearly broken up. Excellent play here for the Sharks as we go to DJ Dash underneath. Ward is somebody that I didn't expect to step up for us. He developed from within, and I did not think he had a lot of potential, and he really has shown that he can be a reliable check down option, just like Tavon Amizi getting a first down there. But on 3rd and 6, bad read. DJ Dash was covered, and that was intercepted. You know, we had a dropping edge rusher there. We probably should have seen him. Edge rusher, interior guy, not really sure. We didn't see him. Bad decision. That's going to really hurt us in this ball game as we open up the 3rd quarter down 17-3. You know, I'm a little worried that this one's going to get out of hand as Judd Anderson takes another deep shot and gets a ton of yards. We also lose Kylan Webb on this play. He's an important piece for us in our secondary. I highlighted him earlier as they go to the ground game, and once again, the U goes in for 6. They're going to extend this lead up to 24-3, and that's it, man. This game's over. We're going to hit some highlights, finish it up. It's 27-3 here. I'm going to talk for just a second real quick about where the series is going. I have some games pre-recorded. I played this game better than a month ago, and now I'm just trying to finish up all the editing of the games that I already played. Later on, once I'm done, I believe there'll be 2 more episodes. There'll be a 3-game episode, and then I think a 2-game episode. After that, I'm just going to do live comms. That way I can get these videos out quicker, and it should be a lot easier for me to be able to do that. And that'll get this content rolling and allow the Sharks to keep going. You know, I'm sorry. I was out for a month basically here. I've had some personal life things going on. I talked about it more on my main channel. Go ahead, check that out. It's JDF. If you guys want to check that out, it's just Jeff Dixon Football. And I talked about it in a video about the Florida Gators over there. So if you want to go check that out on the main channel. And it'll explain a little further. But I'm back. We're going to get this going. 2 more post-com episodes, and then we're going live com. And I think it'll just be the best way to go forward with this series. Still expect multiple games per episode. And maybe not 3, it might be 2, but it should be able to come out a lot quicker and a lot easier. As we do finally get this game over with, we end up dropping 37-3, sorry. And to be honest with you, that's an improvement. Last year's game was really bad if you guys watched it. I mean, we didn't play well at all in year 1, but in year 2, we actually, stood pretty firm here. I'm happy with how things went, per se. We did have 0 touchdowns, 2 picks with true freshman Keenan Mills. Aquan Benjamin showed some potential. 4.8 yards a carry against this defense is impressive. DJ Dash had 10 catches, but they were all underneath. He wasn't able to break the big one. Quincy Porter caught 6 for 42. Again, a little bit more underneath than I hoped. Zach Ward was actually pretty good, like I said, at tight end. He developed much more than I expected. We expect a lot out of Lewis Carter. He led us in tackles. Kershaw was great in the secondary. Davian Kerr was very good. And he's somebody that we need to step up. He's our top corner. And we had a couple sacks here, actually quite a few. So, I mean, it gives me some hope going into the future with this team and this defense. And, I don't think we're going to compete against the big dogs. That's just a fact. Our goal is to win our conference, develop this year, and then maybe repeat next year, and then move up to the SEC and hopefully compete. So we'll have to see how that goes as we're going to open up here against the number 25 Florida Gators. We're going to be on defense. This isn't really going to be a great game, probably. Again, I expect us to probably get blown out. And, somehow Billy Napier's still the head coach in this. He's on his way out. If you want to check out that video, you'll hear what I think about that. But yeah, man, it's going to be a tough game. It's 3rd and 2, though. Let's see if our defense can hold strong and maybe keep us in it. We're also debuting our new alternate uniforms this year. Next year, we have one more alternate. Tell me what you think of these beautiful black uniforms, black helmet as we come out here. I love them. I think they look great. We're going to get a stop, though, to begin this game here, so our offense is going to be able to hopefully do something as we go to Aquan Benjamin. That speed shows up. We didn't have that last year, and when he's not in the game, we are really going to miss that as it's 3rd and 3. We go to the bubble. That's Amizi getting the first down out to the 40, and our offense is actually doing pretty good. The Gators went 3 and out. Now let's see if we can keep rolling and get an early lead as Aquan Benjamin fights for only 2 yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 8. We're going to have to pass. Browning is in the game for Benjamin, and we go to Ward for the first down. 2nd and 8, again passing. A little too pass happy, but we find Quincy Porter for the first down to the 30-yard line. We're in long-distance field goal range right now. That's just about as good as I could expect from an opening drive as Benjamin makes him miss. Picks up a couple extra yards. 2nd down, now passing again. Underneath, we got our man. That's the guy who has the higher ceiling here in our receiving room. I'm really excited about him. He's a 4-star. I'll be honest, it's been a month, better or more, since I've played this dynasty, so I forgot his name off the top of my head. I will have that for you going forward as it's 3rd and 8. We're going to go underneath. Quincy Porter can't hold on. We are going to be forced to settle for 3, and our new true freshman kicker absolutely nails it. We will take that. I think he's going to be a huge upgrade, and I think he's going to really help us not leave points on the board as we get into conference play as DJ Lagway goes underneath to open up drive number 2, and that's a big play to get the Gators a first down. Jaden Baugh in the backfield, and they're going to go to him, and Carter says, you're going to lose 4 on that play. Back to Baugh, and we are there to swallow it up again. That's Damian Hooks, a true freshman edge rusher, bringing up a 3rd down and 16. DJ Lagway is going to convert, though. You can't give that up, man. That's a big mistake on our behalf. We got to be better than that. But it's 3rd and 7 again. We can get them off the field as they go to a different running back, and they will not convert there. That's going to end your first quarter, and we've been the better team once again. And in this one, we haven't really possessed the ball more. Slightly, but not a ton more, as we do have the ball to begin the second quarter. We go underneath. That's Broussard, the tight end we recruited in, getting a first down. That was a pretty tough catch and run as we go to Benjamin on the pitch. He gets the edge with that speed and gets us another first down on 2nd and 12. Back to Benjamin. We're going to pitch it the other way. He has one man to beat, and look at that speed, man. He can get the edge against SEC defenders. That's how good he is, and that's why he is so important to the success of this team. As he gets a solid gain there, it's going to be 4th and 1. We're going to go for it, and we pass to DJ Dash, who can't hold on. We did have Benjamin out of the backfield, and honestly, we probably should have went to him as Lagway has a chance to answer and get some points for the Gators finally here. They have pretty good field position. It's 2nd and 2. They pull it with DJ Lagway. I thought it was going to Baugh, and we stuff it with Carter. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. They run a little toss, and I was not ready for that, and that gets them the first down. I thought they were going to hand it off, and we were going to be all over it as they go to Jaden Baugh, who just runs over number 14. We get him down with Russell, but, man, that's a big play right there as Lagway's on the move, hitting a tight end, and we are there to get him down. That's Kylan Webb making the play. It's 3rd down and 4. Lagway moving in the pocket, and he gets the first down and goes down at about the 3-yard line. Back to the ground game. It's Jaden Baugh going in for 6. The Gators take the lead in this one. It took a lot longer than I expected to see them do that. It's a 7-3 ball game halfway through the second quarter already as we go to Aquan Benjamin to open the next drive, and that's a great carry to get a big chunk of yards as we go back the other way. That's Quincy Porter on the screen getting a first down. Man, this offense has been keeping the Gators off balance as this time we make the big mistake. You can't hold on to the ball and you can't run play action against these guys. We're not talented enough up front. It's 3rd and 24. Keenan Mills nearly throws a boneheaded interception. DJ Lagway and the Gators take over here. 2-minute drill to finish off the first half, and they ain't gonna need 2 minutes, man. That's Vernell Brown the third going in for 6. Touchdown, Gators. This is looking pretty rough here. It's 14-3. Let's see if our Sharks can respond, though. We've looked pretty good in this game as we go underneath, and DJ Dash can't hold on. That's a big drop. 2nd and 10, Mills going underneath, and that's intercepted to Javon Amizi. I really don't know how that happened. I really have no idea. It was just a bad pass. It was behind him. You know, that's more on our freshman quarterback, Keenan Mills. DJ Lagway and the Gators are set up in excellent field position as Hooks is going to fly in and get Jaden Baugh in the backfield. That's a true freshman edge rusher that we play on the interior. He's been getting off the ball quick and giving the Gators guards a lot of struggles here and a lot of fits as they're going to go to Jaden Baugh on the ground, and this time he goes in for 6. Touchdown to the Gators. Once again, it's a 21-3 ball game, and we're going to try to answer with Keenan Mills. We got to stay aggressive as we find Amizi underneath. Solid gain here, 51 seconds left in the half. Mills, he's cold. He's got to get it going, and it shows up there. Just inaccurate on a wide open pass. 2nd and 10, 45 seconds. He has a man. That's a good completion to Amizi. We get the first down, call the timeout. We could probably at least get 3 on this drive, and that's my goal here with Mills as he's going to go and find DJ Dash underneath. Solid pickup of 7. Use a timeout once again. Let's not rush ourselves here. Play it smart. Keep our guys calm and collected as he just misses again. That was kind of a tough throw, but he should have had it. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3, and we have a guy, and he holds on. That's Quincy Porter with the tough reception. 1st and 10 now. We're kind of in field goal range, but I'd like to get a few more yards here. We only got 19 seconds to do it. Mills finds his man. That's DJ Dash for the big play. 1st down here. Press it. See if we can get 6 now as we have our guy, and he drops it. Ward couldn't hold on. That was a pretty big hit. 8 seconds left in the half. We got 1 shot at the end zone, and then we got to attempt the field goal. We get on the move, and we throw it into coverage. What are we doing? That's a true freshman mistake if I've ever seen one. We left 3 points on the board right there as we head into halftime trailing 21-3. Those are the mistakes you can't make. Vernell Brown III's been fantastic against us. He's an awesome player. We've seen it in real life. I'm really excited about the future of him as a Gator fan, but now it's time for our offense to answer in the second half as we find Zach Ward for a big gain to get this going. We need a touchdown to feel like we have any shot in this, and that's not going to help our case at all. It's 3rd and 15 now. Keenan Mills is going to have to get it with his arm, and we've seen that that's been a bit of a struggle for him. However, Zach Ward comes open, and he hits him on the move. Nice big 1st down there. We have 2 picks, no touchdowns with Mills. We just need to see him stay calm and composed as he goes to Quincy Porter. Solid gain, stay in rhythm. We'll take it. 2nd and 6, RPO, and there's pick number 3 to Cormani McLean, and that's going to go back to the house. This is where the game gets out of hand, man. It's 28-3. True freshman just made too many mistakes in this ball game. And honestly, it wasn't Cormani McLean. I was wrong on that. But it doesn't matter. This game got out of hand right here, right there. And, we're at the end of the 3rd quarter now. Gators offense has gotten going. The turnovers have really been the struggle for us. They're about to attempt another field goal. It's 31-3 here in the 4th quarter. This game should have been much closer, and our own mistakes really cost us, and it is going to allow the Gators to run up the scores. That's a nice play by number 96, bringing up 3rd and goal. They go out there to the flats, and look at that, man. He fought to get that touchdown right there. He earned it. That was a tough one. Gators extend their lead up to 38-3. Honestly, I don't feel too bad. I think with us taking on 2 great programs, we've shown a lot of improvement as we see a touchdown pass from Keenan Mills. That's his first one of the season to DJ Dash, getting us a 38-10 game here with 1:53 left. DJ Lagway on 3rd and 12 is going to check it down, and Vernell Brown III's going to go in for 6. Touchdown Gators once again. They're going to blow us out just like Miami did, but I feel good. We decide to bring in our backup quarterback here, give him a couple passes, and see what he can do. That should have been a catch by Amizi. He just didn't make the play. 2nd and 10. Again, another nice throw, actually, from him. That one found Zach Ward for the 1st down. Hopefully, we can at least orchestrate 3 on this drive as we're going to go down the field. He has a little bit of a sidearm throwing motion. That looks like it's a penalty on Jordan Castell, and I think that is pass interference and will give us the 1st down here. setting us up even closer at midfield here as that's going to be swatted down, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass once again. We're going down the field. We had Ward. Just a bad throw. Couldn't get it. Bringing up 3rd down and 10 here. Looking to pass. That was just a bad read. He threw it underneath. DJ Dash he had a tight window, but he couldn't layer that ball in there to him. That's going to end this ball game. Make your final 48 or 45-10. It was a pretty good game. I mean, we fought early. We made a lot of mistakes, and ultimately that's what cost us this ball game. I feel pretty good, though, about this team. I think for as young as we are, and, we do have a lot more talent this year, and I think I can feel that in moments, and I think guys that were here last year developed. Like, Aquan Benjamin has a high ceiling, and I'm glad we were able to keep him around, along with DJ Dash. Their athleticism really shows up in our offense, and they make me feel just a little bit better about this offense. They allow us to be a bit explosive, and I think when we get into playing our CUSA teams, we're going to be explosive against some guys with these receivers and running backs that we have. And although our defense may still be a work in progress at times, I just think we're going to be so much better than them on offense. We're going to be able to outscore everybody. We'll have to see, though. Keenan Mills has shown a lot of inconsistencies early on. We do have some guys like Lewis Carter and Kylan Webb that I think will really step up when we get into conference play. And, Jeremiah Newell's actually been pretty good for us. He deserves a ton of credit. Davian Kershaw at free safety has been really good. I was expecting a bit more out of our pass rush in these first 2 games, but we had a pretty good week 1. Week 2, we just got shut down by this Gators offensive line. We were able to level up, though, to level 8, working our way up to level 9 with Quincy Kongbo. We're going to go back into our motivator tree. It's the only one we have unlocked right now, and unfortunately, because of the bonus there, we had to go into quarterback and get it to level 4 out of 4. Not what I wanted to do. But until level 10, I can't unlock any other things yet, so kind of is what it is, and we spent our points there. As this is a winnable game as we take on the FIU Panthers. We were able to beat them last year, and this is the game we're hoping to capitalize on as they're opening up with the ball, looking to pass, going down the field. Nice completion and a big first down for the Panthers. I thought our secondary would be a little better this year. I'm not going to lie to you, but it is what it is. They're going to look to toss it here, and we are all over it. Big TFL by Lewis Carter, bringing up a 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground game. Nice cut. We take him down. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 now. They're going to have to pass it here. All day in the pocket, no pressure. He finds his man wide open out to midfield. That's a big gain. When you don't get pressure, though, that's going to leave gaps like that as they're going to pull it, and we have nobody over there to cover the quarterback who drops it, and we get a great recovery right there. That's a huge turnover. That is exactly what we need. That's our number 1 corner getting on top of it and getting the ball back for our offense as we go to the ground game, and Aquan Benjamin's going to find 6 yards. Nice run to begin his day. Back to him once again, and he has space on the outside. 1 man to beat. He couldn't shake him, but we get the first down. That's all that really matters as we go to an RPO here. Find Amizi, and that is going to be a first down. The true freshman receiver has shown a ton of potential in the early goings of this season as we're going to go play action. Keenan Mills looking down the field. Nice throw and a big first down. Look who it is, Amizi once again. And it's 2nd and 11 here as we go out to the screen game. Benjamin just bottled up. We had nowhere to go. So 3rd and long now. We're going to have to try to get down the field again. One-on-one coverage, and DJ Dash can't hold on to that one. That's going to set up a very long 51-yard field goal. Plenty of leg. Unfortunately, it just goes wide right. True freshman kicker struggled there. And to be honest, that's a little bit more on me than the kicker. I really struggle kicking in this game as, I do need to work on that. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 here for the Panthers. Our defense, chance to get off the field, and they do just that. Lewis Carter with the nice tackle, getting the ball back for Keenan Mills as he dumps it down underneath. That's Zach Ward. Nice pickup. 2nd and short. Mills again. We're going to keep passing. He drops a little too far back, but he finds Aquan Benjamin on the screen. That's a first down. We will take that gladly. This time, Keenan Mills is just going to run it up the middle, pick up 5. Nice run. He's not a big scrambler, but we want to keep that in our offense as we go to Aquan Benjamin on a screen. And again, he converts, man. He's a great receiving back out of the backfield. And look at that pass protection rep. We just kind of fail him by pump faking. That was a great play by him. He gave up the sack, but it wasn't his fault as it's 3rd and 20, and we can't convert here. So we got to punt the ball back to the Panthers. Still 0-0 as we're the first quarter is winding down. And, they get bottled up once again. 2nd and long. They're going to have to pass here. They got all day in the pocket, man. He takes off, only picks up 4. We're lucky that he's not faster. So on 3rd and 6, we got pressure. This time he throws it quick. Pass breakup, great stop by Brevard. We're going to get the ball back here. Minute 8 left in the first quarter. Underneath, that's DJ Dash showing off his speed as he's dashing down the field, making a man miss. Big first down. That is exactly what we need to do with him. We need to keep him involved on them underneath passes and allow him to run with the ball in his hands as we find Quincy Porter there. That's going to bring up a third down when we enter the second quarter. We have been the better team so far on offense. We've controlled the ball more. I think we honestly can win this game again, like I said, but Keenan Mills cannot make decisions like that as we are forced to settle for our second field goal attempt, and this time it will go through. We got the 3-0 lead here in the second quarter. Now let's see if our defense can keep playing strong as we are hitting him in the backfield. We are all over that play. Bringing up a third down and 12 now. They're just going to throw a screen because we've been all over them. Once again, we are there to make the stop. We're stuffing this FIU offense. They can't get nothing going, but they're getting pressure on us, and I don't know how Keenan Mills got that ball away. Unfortunately, they are going to call intentional grounding, so it's going to be just like he took the sack, but it was a pretty cool play as it's 2nd and 23. DJ Dash wins down the field. That is a big play. If Keenan Mills had more of an arm, that would have been a touchdown, man. He just had to slow down to make that catch. Huge play here for the Sharks, though. 8:50 left in the second quarter, and we're going to the end zone. DJ Dash could not hold on through contact there. Second down, passing underneath. Easy completion to Amizi. Nice play. That's going to set up a 3rd and short, which is pretty manageable. We go 5 wide, which is a little shocking, and we cannot hold on. And once again, we're going to settle for 3. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Sharks take a 6-0 lead here. We definitely feel like we should have probably at least, I think, 1 touchdown on the board out of all them drives. It should be 13-0, I think, at the minimum. But we just need our defense to keep playing like they've been playing as they are stuffing up this FIU team. Bo Jackson, who's a great back for Ohio State, just bottled up, shaking up on that play. 2nd and 10 now, going underneath. Nice completion, but we had 2 linebackers between Newell and Lewis Carter there to take him down, forcing a 3rd and 5. We get a little pressure, but it's a bit too late. That's a completion in front of Jason Brevard. 1st and 10, though, back to the ground game, and we are right there. Lewis Carter with another TFL. He's been all over the field, just like we expect our best player to be. As we get through, and we're going to get a sack, that's Amani Nagy, our 5-star edge rusher, coming through and making the play, or 4-star edge rusher coming through and making the play. And FIU just gives up on this drive. They run it on 3rd and very long, giving us the ball back. We're bottled up, unfortunately, to begin the drive. It's 3rd and 9. We're facing pressure. We just barely get that pass off. We're already going to punt the ball back to him. So let's see if our defense can keep playing tough, as that is going to be the first big crack shown. That's a big play by FIU down the sideline. Got him in 2nd and long now. We got some pressure coming. Ball's out. We recover it with Nagy. Big first down for the Sharks. That's a huge turnover. With the way this game has gone, our defense has been incredible. But I do think Keenan Mills has showed us why I have to worry a little bit as we continue on this season. He's been very inconsistent as we're trying to lean back into the ground game to fix that. And we just kind of got bottled up here, so it's already 3rd and 8, and we're going to have to pass with Mills. He won around the edge there, and then he makes a terrible throw on the move. You know, DJ Dash was open if you'd have got it to him, so we're going to have to settle for a field goal that goes wide left. I mean, come on now. We cannot hit these kicks. That's ridiculous. We are putting so much pressure on our defense. Let's see if they can hold up, as this time they're going to give up about a 12-yard run to begin the next drive. That's a little worrisome as they're dropping back. FIU's got a man wide open across the middle of the field who breaks a tackle. That's a huge play. FIU's getting close to finally getting in field goal range. This is about the best their offense has looked all day as they check it down underneath after play action, and they do pick up 6 yards. That's a good play on 1st down. 2nd and 4, back to the ground game, and we are there to bottle it up. 3rd down and 7. They got to go 5 wide. Let's see if our pass rush can get home, and it does. Big play, 4th and 7. They're going to settle for a 55-yard field goal that they hit. I have no idea how they were able to do that. What an incredible kick to make this a 3-point ball game here as our offense takes over. We're going to go out to Amizi. That's a short gain. bringing up 2nd down and 6 here. We're going to use some motion with DJ Dash, and he gets bottled up, and he was who we were hoping to get the ball to. So it's 3rd and 12 after that sack, as that's a good throw there by our quarterback, man. I really didn't expect him to be able to fit that in there. He struggled a little bit, but he deserves some credit for that one. That last throw was dangerous, though. It should have been an interception, as on 2nd down, we're going to the play action, looking to pass again, and it's going to be incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 10. We've been a little too pass happy. We know Mills struggles, so we got to be a little bit smarter with him. As we are on the move here, we got a receiver, and he just can't get the ball to him. So that drive's going to come to an end, and FIU is going to have a chance to either tie it up or take a lead on this drive. Hopefully we can get a stop. Maybe they get nothing as their quarterback's on the move. We got pressure. Down he goes. That's a big sack right there. That's going to back him up to a 3rd and 10 as we again have pressure, and he has to throw it away. That's a good stop by our defense. They've been incredible in this game so far as Mills is going down the field. Nice tight window throw to Quincy Porter to get the 1st down there. You'll love to see it with 36 seconds left in the half. Mills again going down the field, but he just barely got that one out of his hand on time. Looking to pass again, going down the field. One-on-one shot. That's going to be completed. Amizi is gone. Touchdown, Sharks. Right before halftime, they're going to extend this lead up further, giving themselves a 10-point edge, and that is exactly what we need in this ball game. Kylan Webb's been all over the field. He forced a fumble. He had 2 deflections in this game. We want to see him keep it up as we open up the 3rd quarter with the ball, and we're going to give Terrence Gibbs a carry here as that's a short one, 2nd down and 7, looking to pass. Gibbs still in the game, as you can see. We missed our backup tight end there, so it's 3rd and 7. We're going to have to get it with Mills as he steps up, runs, gets the 1st down. We tried to slide. We're lucky he did not end up dropping that ball as we go back to Gibbs, and that one's going to be bottled up, bringing up 2nd and long. Radley's in the game now as we find a man, and he couldn't hold on. That was Amizi. So 3rd and 11, we're going to have to pass with Mills. He moves himself into pressure and then throws one of the worst passes I've seen. So FIU has really good field position up past midfield, and we are lucky they could not hold on to that one. They're going back to the ground here, and they got all sorts of space. They're in field goal range. Hopefully we can still just hold them to 3, as that's a nice play by Russell to get him down there. That's going to force 2nd and long as they go back to the ground game. This time we are all over it. That was a really nice play by true freshman Amani Nagy to get out there. He didn't get him to the ground, but he caused that play as we get pressure. And look at that reception right, or interception right there. What a play by Kershaw. He laid out and made the catch. That looked like he was the receiver trying to come for that ball, man, and it never hit the ground. Totally legal. Excellent stop by our defense as Jaleel Radley's going to get a carry, the true freshman. That's a pretty solid gain. It's 3rd and 2, though. We got to convert. Here we go underneath. That's Ward. 1st down out to like the 36, 37-yard line. Back to the ground game. Radley getting another carry. He looks pretty good. I wouldn't say he's super explosive, but he is good with the ball in his hands, as we're going to use some motion here and look to take a shot. We got DJ Dash. Can he outrun everybody? He can, but he can't hold on to the ball, so it's 3rd and 4. Back underneath, and we just missed DJ Dash on that one. So what are we doing? We're punting the ball once again here in the 3rd quarter. FIU taking a shot, and he comes down with it at midfield. I have no idea how he was able to hold on to that ball. 2nd down, they go out to the flats, pick up a couple yards, make it 3rd and, I wouldn't even say manageable, but 3rd and 6 here. We're getting some pressure. He gets it off to his back, and that's going to be converted. I definitely thought we were going to be able to get the stop there. It's all right. I'm not going to panic yet. We got to get pressure, and we finally get it in there with a blitz. That's what we needed right there. Big sack, back him up to 2nd and 16. They're going to have to pass their way out of this problem now as he takes the shot down the field. That's Davian Kerr breaking up the pass. That's our top corner making a huge play here. 3rd and 16 now. We got pressure, and we got him down. Amani Nagy got the sack, but I don't think he was the one that caused that initial pressure. Either way, let's get this offense going as we go to Zach Ward, and that looks really good as we go under 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Back to Jaleel Radley on the ground, and look at that space. He actually picked up 8 yards there. Really nice run. 2nd down and short, right back to him, and he's going to get us that 1st down, or so I thought. They're actually going to call it 3rd and inches as we go back to him again, and this time there's no doubt he gets the 1st down. That's a great run. He's going to remain in the game, and we're going to try to feature him a little bit just because I don't want to use Aquan Benjamin too much, as that's a nice screen and a big play for our offense. We're moving the ball really well as we go back to Aquan Benjamin. He's going to catch this screen, juke inside, and pick up 11 himself. Really nice play by our starting running back. Down to just 56 seconds left in the half. We're going to go down the field, and that's a touchdown. We find our tight end, and actually our number 2 tight end in Broussard, and give ourselves the 20-3 advantage. We're approaching the fourth quarter, but I feel really good about where we're at, as their quarterback's going to tuck and run, and he was going to slide. He could have got the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and 2 just before the fourth quarter begins. We are all over it, and we stuff him. He had nowhere to go. So we're going to have the ball back as we open up the fourth quarter, and you can see our offense has been incredible so far. I am really impressed with how we've played here. Let's see if we can close it out and get some more points on the board. Mills takes a sack, backs us up. It's going to be 3rd and 17, so we got to get this figured out. We're either going to get out of the hole, just don't turn it over, and we almost did that. So we got to hand the ball back to FIU and give our defense another chance to stand up, and that is exactly what they do. Big sack there. Damian Hooks, the true freshman edge rusher who plays on the interior, bringing up 3rd and 18, and FIU just gives up, but breaks a bunch of tackles and nearly gets the first down. They are going to go for it here, though. 4th and 4. We're sending a big blitz, and it's going to work out perfectly. That's Amani Nagy with his 3rd sack of the day, ending that drive and giving us excellent field position here. This should be easy points to close this game out as we go to Quincy Porter underneath, and we do get the first down there, but that was a tight window throw, as we're going to go back on the ground here and give Gibbs another carry. He picks up 6. That is perfectly solid as we go back to Radley, who's in the game now. Nice cut. He's going to get the first down. I just think he adds a little bit more juice than Gibbs, even though Gibbs is our top-rated backup, I should say, as Aquan Benjamin's going to take that one in for 6. Touchdown, Sharks. It is 27-3 here with 5 minutes left in this ball game. I think it's safe to say we're going to get the dub today, and we're going to go 2-0 against our rivals, FIU. Big sack there by Woods to back him up. That makes us feel really great here. We're going to force him into having to chuck it as Woods gets pressure, and again, he gets a sack. It's 3rd down and 20 now. That's incredible right there. He's not that highly rated, but he shows something from the interior as they're going to just throw a screen on 3rd and 20 and only pick up 2. They give up and punt the ball back to us. 3:37 left in the game. We're going to see what we can do here as we find a pretty good pickup there, honestly, as Mills is looking comfortable. We go back on the ground. That's Browning who gets some carries, and that's a solid gain, bringing up 3rd down and 6. Mills is going to look to pass here. We're going to find our tight end who cannot hold on in traffic. So we're going to have to settle for 3. The kick is up, and the kick is good. You know, with me kicking the ball, it's never a guarantee with a good kicker, whether we get it or not. So it was 30-3. That ended up being your final. I don't want to drag you through the rest of this game. Keenan Mills showed some good and showed some bad in this game. He only hit 51.1% of his passes. And, you know, that is something that I do worry about with him. His accuracy is really up and down. I will say sometimes my decision making sucks. I'm not going to run from that. But his accuracy really gets high and low at times, and it really causes our offense to get out of rhythm. And it's something that I'm a little bit worried about as we head into conference play, because if he doesn't get consistent and he doesn't get that accuracy under control, it could cost us, because I do get a little pass happy at times, and I need to focus on the ground game as much as possible. But I have a bad habit of wanting to run the score up and throw the ball and, you know, basically be an air raid offense. I'm not going to lie to you, a spread air raid. So it's really hard for me at times to make sure that I'm not doing that and hurting our team. But I think overall we had a great day today. Lewis Carter had 13 tackles. DJ Dash at receiver went over 100 yards. Tavon Amizi looked incredible out there. Not super explosive, but he caught everything that came to him. On the ground, I did feel pretty bottled up. I think Radley had the best day for us. I was definitely expecting more out of our ground attack, so we got to get that cleaned up. Woods, Nagy, Kershaw, and Carter all had 4 TFLs, which is incredible. Quandell Russell had 3. We had 4 sacks from Andrew Woods. Who could have seen that coming? 4 from Amani Nagy, 1 from Gilmore, 1 from Hooks. I mean, I really can't get over how good our defense played today. Davion Kershaw laid out and had that beautiful interception as well. That was a huge play for us. And, you know, I think that really did kind of turn the tide and allow us to seal this game up, because as soon as that, they were driving and they were getting close to making it a much closer score. So that was a huge play for us. Quickly taking a look at our recruiting board for the first time. We're not going to go in super depth here early on because I do have a ton of 4-stars on the board that I'm targeting. And to be honest with you, a lot of them I'll probably end up having to take off the board. So I do want to show the names off, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of feel of what we're going after. We're shooting high, and then I'll clean it up after and eliminate them. But next up, we should have 3 more games, and then we have 2 games after that, and we'll be to live comm, which will allow me to be able to get this series out much quicker. So I want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.